Hello, everyone. Welcome to Inconvenient Truths. I'm your host, Jennifer Zeng. Russian President Putin is visiting China and has signed a very long joint statement on strategic partnership with Xi Jinping. What is so special about this visit and what does it mean for the world? Today, we'll talk about this. Let's begin with a surprising report. According to Chinese Canadian author and YouTuber Lao Deng, Putin, who is visiting northeastern Chinese city Harbin today, narrowly escaped assassination. This is footage of Putin visited the only Eastern Orthodox church in the city that still has religious activities. He also attended the opening ceremony of the 8th Chinese-Russian Expo and the 4th Russia-China Local Cooperation Forum, laid flowers at the monument to Soviet Red Army soldiers in Harbin, and also visited the Harbin Institute of Technology. Lao Deng said he received information from Harbin that the police in Harbin city Lao Deng said he received information from Harbin that the police in Harbin city had detected a terrorist action against Putin. The tip-off did not specify what the terrorist operation was about and who was responsible for carrying it out. It only said that the assassination target was very clear. It was Putin, and the chosen location was the monument to Soviet Red Army soldiers, which Putin was going to visit. Another Chinese YouTuber and writer with 178,000 subscribers, Su Xiaoming, also used the title Beijing rumors that Xi Jinping and Putin were almost assassinated for his show today, but he didn't say anything about this, or he once said something but later deleted that part, so it was no longer there. So right now, there's no other way to confirm or disprove this story. However, from the photos circulating on the internet, it seems that the city of Harbin has taken extremely strict security measures at the places where Putin would be visiting, and the roads had been cleared early. Even parents of students in Harbin city received a notice saying, please tell your children to pay attention to their speech and not to post any sensitive words, including anything related to the Harbin fair, names of people, etc., on social media or chat groups. Delete them if you have. The official notice also emphasized that network security management is very strict. Do not touch the red line of the law, etc. Not only that, but on Chinese social media site Weibo, the word Putin is also a sensitive word. If you search for the word Putin, all results come from accounts that have been officially certified by the platform. Another thing that made Putin's visit to China so special was that the long, labyrinthine red carpet that Xi Jinping rolled out for him. Not only was there a red carpet as soon as he got off the plane, but at the welcoming ceremony outside the Great Hall of the People, the red carpet was laid extra long and even forked in places to ensure that no matter which way Xi led Putin, they would step on the red carpet. During the meeting, the two sides also sat facing each other, showing an atmosphere of equality and friendship. In addition, when Xi met Putin, he not only shook hands for a long time, see here, but she also embraced him. But of course, the official video was muted, so nobody know what they talked about. And then compare this to the treatment of the U.S. Secretary of State Blinken when he visited China. There was no red carpet. When he got off the plane, no honor guard, no senior officials to visit him or to receive him. And the handshake with Xi was brief and cold. And during the meeting, he was seated as if he were a subordinate listening to his boss. Don't think that these are just trivial matters. Zhou Enlai, the first premier of the CCP regime, once famously said, "There were no small matters in diplomacy. When it comes to foreign relations, all the details are the result of the CCP's careful arrangements. So from these details, we can see who is the CCP's real friend and who the CCP really is trying to gain favor with." Now let's take a look at the extraordinarily long-drawn statement signed by Xi Jinping and Putin this time. At the very beginning of the statement, it says, quote, "Russia needs a prosperous and stable China, and China needs a strong and successful Russia," unquote. China needs a strong and successful Russia. This means that the CCP is going to do everything in its power to make sure that Russia is strong and successful, and then providing Russia with an endless stream of economic and military support is a must.
Мы по праву можем гордиться результатами российско-китайских экономических связей.
Speaking at the 8th China-Russia Expo today, Putin said, "I think we can be very proud of the results of Russian-Chinese economic relations and Russian-Chinese economic cooperation. A few years ago, the trade volume of $100 billion was considered a great success of bilateral trade, and now we have exceeded the $200 billion mark. More precisely, according to Chinese statistics, it was $240 billion. Of course, this is far from the limit. The joint Russian-Chinese statement added that the formation of a multipolar international pattern is accelerating. The status of emerging markets and developing countries have generally strengthened, and there's a growing number of regional powers with global influence that are determined to define their legitimate rights and interests. At the same time, hegemony, unilateralism, and protectionism continue to prevail, and it is unacceptable to replace the universally recognized principles and norms of international law with a rule-based law. In this context, the two sides maintain close diplomatic coordination, engage in close multilateral cooperation, resolutely defend fairness and justice, and promote the building of a new type of international relations. The two sides pointed out that all countries have different histories, cultures, and national conditions, and have the right to independently choose their own path of development. There's no such thing as democracy that is above everything, and the two sides oppose the imposition of national values on others and drawing of lines based on ideology, the hypocritical narrative of so-called democracy versus authoritarianism, and the use of democracy and freedom as pretexts and political tools for exerting pressure on other countries. The Russian side attaches great importance to the global civilization initiative put forward by the Chinese side. The statement also expressed grave concern about the establishment of the trilateral security partnership AUKUS between the United States, the United Kingdom, and Australia. At the same time, it calls on NATO to respect the sovereignty, security, and interests of other countries. And Russia positively evaluates China's objective and impartial stance on the Ukraine issue. The Russian side reaffirms its adherence to the One China principle and so on. In addition, the statement specifically mentions that the Russian side noted that the Chinese concept of building a community with a shared future for humanity has positive significance for strengthening international solidarity and working together to address common challenges. The Chinese side positively evaluated the Russian side's constructive and unremitting efforts to promote a just and multipolar international order. So, all in all, from the whole statement, it seems that the two dictatorial regimes are now not only deeply and comprehensively bound together, but also that Putin has specifically recognized the CCP's concept of building a community with a shared future for humanity, since he has begged Xi Jinping's help. So he's now recognizing that the CCP is replacing the US as the leader of the world order. Some commentators believe that given that China and Russia have in fact completed their wartime economic transformation, this Sino-Russian joint declaration is comparable to the Tripartite Pact or Berlin Pact signed by Germany, Italy, and Japan in Berlin on September 27, 1940. This implies the formal formation of the evil axis led by China and Russia, and also implies that the door to World War III has been formally opened, which is very difficult to reverse. Do you agree with this view? Leave us a comment and tell us what you think. Well, that's all for today. Please leave a comment to like and share. Please take a moment to like and share my videos, subscribe to my channel if you haven't, or go to my website at jenniferzengblog.com, jenniferzengblog.com to sign up for a membership or make a donation to support my effort. Thank you. Have a nice weekend and see you next time.